Yes, I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I told them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the gang. I told them this ain't a game.
Yo, what is up? It's Finn's Take, Sunday Funday with Finn's Take with CB83. Hey, what's cracking, man? What's up with y'all? Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. We're gonna get into it, but man, the Miami Dolphins go through the draft. Now it starts. I mean, we're on our way to the season, right? So really into the off season now. Draft happened. I'm super excited. Super excited about the team, filling some holes, getting some guys in the building who can make some plays and contribute to this roster, man. That's what it's about. It's about putting together a roster that you can have guys contribute, go out there and make plays, win their individual battles, so the Miami Dolphins can ultimately win the war, right? Trying to win the war on Sunday. So, hey, shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody. It's a beautiful Sunday. I appreciate you guys spending some time with me on this Sunday. But yeah, man, we're going to talk about the draft a little bit, talk about some of these undrafted guys that the Miami Dolphins picked up. Maybe some of these guys have a shot at making the roster. I mean, some of these undrafted guys, you just never know, man. We had some undrafted guys last year make some plays, like the Cater Kohu. Cater Kohu came in and made some plays last year. Undrafted guy out of, a small college in Texas. It can happen. So just, look for things like that. Look for the Dolphins to fill out the roster, get a bunch of guys in camp, and then kind of get it cut down so they got their 53. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's up with y'all, man? You already know what time it is. Shout out to my homie Canes in here first. He says, what's up, CB83 and everybody? What's good with you, Canes? That's my guy. Day oneer. Canes is a day oneer for sure, man. King Grizzy in the building. King Grizzy says, let's go. Jets about to win it all this season. I highly, highly, highly doubt that. Not happening, bro. Not on the Miami Dolphins watch. It's not happening on the Miami Dolphins watch, man. You already know what time it is. Hey, we ain't scared of the paper planes. We're not scared of the paper planes out there in New York, man. Uncle Joe, what's good? He says, fins up. What's good, Uncle Joe? What's popping with you, man? Beautiful Sunday fun day with the kid, man. What's up with y'all, man? Shake Money. I know my man Shake Money gonna come through. It's another beautiful day in Zamundo. What's good with you, Shake? Guys, be sure to like, subscribe. Please hit the like button. Do that real quickly for me. We got 15 in the room. Just hit the X button real quick on the live chat. Punch the like button real quick and bring it right back up, man. That helps me a lot with the algorithm. If you want to support the channel, I do have the PayPal and Cash App. I think it's Cash App and Venmo in the description, in the show description. So if you want to support, the best way to support me is by hitting that like button and subscribing, or sharing this with Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever social media you're on. And if you guys want to interact with me, always feel free to hit me up on Twitter. You can DM me, Instagram. I'm on Instagram also. So feel free to hit me up, man. I like interacting. Get in the comments, talk in the comments. I'm always interacting with guys in the comment section too. It's always fun. Always fun to get after. A little banter back and forth, Wolfpack stuff. You already know what time it is, man. My man Cruz in the building. Cruz is a day one or two. What's good, family? Thanks for the follow on Twitter. Good space yesterday. Great space yesterday. You guys do a great job, man, on Twitter, holding those spaces. And if you aren't in tune with the Twitter spaces and you're a Dolphins fan, you might want to check that out. It may be something you're interested in. I mean, a bunch of guys just sitting in there talking Miami Dolphins football. I think it's cool. So I do interact with those guys, get a chance to chop it up with them a lot in regards to players and things like that. So we're always talking Miami Dolphins football. Hey, what can the Dolphins do to get better? Different areas of the team and the roster. Coaching, everything. There's a bunch of different aspects to it. So feel free to check out the Twitter spaces. Give Cruz a follow on Twitter, man, and I'm on Twitter as well. All these guys are on Twitter, so we're pretty connected. So interact with us, man. My man Kane's in the building. Iceman says, "What's good, CB83? Hope you're well, bro. Fins up. Hell yeah, bro. I'm doing well. I'm blessed. I can't complain. Kids chilling, wife's chilling, and I'm running a live show. Just a relaxing Sunday. We had kind of not a crazy weekend, but my son had flag football games on Friday, and then you know." Yesterday we had a birthday party and stuff. We really weren't even supposed to be in town, but we ended up being here. So we had a birthday party to attend yesterday, and we just kind of spent the whole day there, like a family gathering. So did that, and now I'm here, man. I'm here. Drank a little bit too much yesterday, but kind of shook it off this morning. Shook it off a little bit. But it was a good time for sure, man. Shout out to my guys, man. So Iceman in the building. My man Anthony Manzano. What's good? Anthony Manzano. Yo, CB. Anthony don't like me to call him. He don't like when I tell him that he's in the wolf pack. But Anthony, you're in the wolf pack, bro. I can't. I gotta give it to you, bro. Caesar Diaz, what's up, man? He says, what's up, CB? What's popping with you, bro? Mountie Fins in the building. CB, what's good, bro? Mountie, what's popping? Mountie came through last week, too. We had a little show, bro. That was dope. And he says, I'm going to give you my grade in totality because we forget that the undrafted free agents were draft prospects that weren't drafted. So including the undrafted free agents, I give Dolphins A-. Okay, I like it. A-. Okay. We'll talk about it. We're going to get into it in a few. I'm just going to run through these a little bit more. I'm going to drop the link for you guys too, because I want to get some of your takes on the Dolphins draft. We also need to talk about, hey, what is this team lacking at this point? Is there any place in particular that we could get better? And that's something we'll talk about too. My man G's in the building. He says A train. Okay. PL, what's good with you? PL, man. Hey, I'm dropping a link, bro. I hope you got your audio right because I love your takes, bro. So be ready for that. G says apply pressure to that like button. Appreciate you, man. 16 in the room. Hit the like for your boy. It's love. Be sure to subscribe. If you can subscribe, you can get in the chat, man. So I know all of these cats that are chatting right now are subscribed. I appreciate that. If you're out there and you're not subscribed, why not? Unless you just don't be a hater, bro. Just come fall through. Kick it with the kid. You know how we get down over here. We have fun over here. We had the drive yesterday. We getting after it, man. You know how we do. Yes, sir. Hey, it's the energy. It's the energy, man. That's what we bringing over here, man. That energy, man. Yeah. So we're gonna talk. Hey, Cam Smith. We gotta talk A-Chain. We gotta talk Elijah. We gotta talk Hayes, man. We gotta talk about these guys, man. So Iceman G. King Mill says, what's good? CB83, what's good with you, King Mill, man? What's popping with you, man? What's going on? King Mill's the homie, too. He be hitting me up on Twitter. What's popping with you, bro? Lewis, what's popping? He said, I see some haters in the chat. Ha. Haters. Ain't nobody hating on you, bro. Lewis, you ain't big enough to be hated on, bro. You're not good enough to be hated on yet, bro. You're not there yet. You my son, but I'm getting you right, bro. And your homie, your big mentor, EM, you already know what time it is, man. Hey, so Shake's in the building, Mountie, Lewis is in the building. Y'all boys in here. Let's get after it. My man C. Hoffel, okay, he said it's safe to say we have the same needs today as we did entering the draft. Really? You think so? Let's get into talking about this draft, man. Let's get into talk about it. Oh man, we got some more people coming in too. Be sure to hit that like on your way in. My homie Bones is in here. Jimmy Satterfield. Bones, what's good with you, man? He says, what's up, CB83? Jimmy Satterfield says, we got a good punter. Yep, UDA Michael Turk. I did see that. Saw that, and I'm just catching up. We got Mr. Miami. Hey, the thunderstorm, wind, dark clouds, rain coming to Tallahassee, Florida State. No way. The afternoon drizzles is coming up to Tallahassee to get that ass spanked, and then they're going right back down south to Miami, bro. You already know what time it is. Go Noles, man. Go Noles. Man, what's this? What's this? What's this about, man? What's this about, PL? You getting into the drama already? Bro, it's Sunday, man. We chilling today. He said reason gave them TFTG clowns, among others, an attitude adjustment about their toxic nothing divisive takes on Dolphin picks, and they came back the next day singing a different tune. Wow. Really? Damn. Reason straightening up the TFTG crew? That's wild. I didn't know he was going like that. Damn. Them boys, hey, TFTG crew, I mess with them. You know, they just be on a different wave, right? They're on a different wave. Everybody can't be on the same wave, bro. It's different. It's just different, bro. He says CB always with the Wolfpack stuff. Good Lord, always, bro. I love my Wolfpack guys, man. My man Von Joe in the building. Von Joe, what's good with you? Von Joe says, what's up, CB83? What's good? Chat, salute on this beautiful Sunday. Beautiful Sunday, bro. Nice and windy outside. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It really is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm finally getting caught up, man. My man Todd in the building, too. Todd, what's popping with you? He says, morning, everyone. Fins up. Morning, everyone. Lewis says, that's cap. You know, stop it, Lewis. Stop it. I'm gonna drop the link for y'all, boys. I know y'all want to talk. I know y'all want to chat it up on this beautiful Sunday. But let's get into it a little bit. I'll probably give you like 5 minutes of talking, and then I'm gonna drop the link. I'm keeping it short today because I wanna talk to y'all about some of these picks. So the Miami Dolphins end up picking I think a number of good picks, right? And people may say, hey, the Miami Dolphins didn't have a need for corner. I heard stuff like that. I heard stuff like, hey, you know, why are we picking corner? It's not a need. It's bro, y'all got to go do some research on our football team, right? And this is what I'm gonna tell you guys, because a lot of you, I'm not gonna say think you know football, but a lot of you are, you guys make these assumptions before like analyzing the situation. When you look at the Miami Dolphins situation last year, from a football standpoint, when we look at our football team, I think we can say the weakest unit on our football team last year was the secondary, right? So that was the weakest unit on our team, and it was as a result of a lot of things, right? It was as a result of injuries. It was as a result of young guys having to play. There's a lot of things that, you know, involve that. So there's a lot of things that happened as a result of that. And the secondary wasn't very good last year, right? We couldn't get off the field on third down. We couldn't stop anybody. It was just hard. The bright spot on our defense was the run defense. So we were pretty stout run defense. We were like I think we were top 10 for sure, at least top 5, right? So the secondary was a very, very weak spot on our defense. So I can understand the Miami Dolphins drafting a corner. And when the pick happened, I was a little surprised. I was, right? I was like, a cornerback? Then I went and watched this tape. And I didn't get on Twitter or say anything about it before I, you know, watched this film or before I analyzed the Miami Dolphins situation. And I think a lot of people will get out and just, you know, spew stuff and not have an understanding of what's going on, or they haven't watched the film. So I think that's important. If you're going to make, you know, determinations about guys, you got to go watch it. Like, you can't just say, oh, he's not a good fit or he's not a good player if you haven't like watched the film. And I don't think Miami Dolphins fans were saying he wasn't a good player. They were just saying, hey, we didn't need a corner. Hey, and in a defense like this, where we're trying to have a championship defense, you're gonna need DBs, you're gonna need corners, you're gonna need safeties. So I understand the pick. I do. I understand it. And honestly, when you look at the situation in the draft, you're always trying to take best player available, right? You're not trying to reach. You're not always trying to draft for need. I feel like when you're drafting for need and to fill a hole, right? You get itchy and you start reaching for guys, right? So you'll start reaching for guys, and then it doesn't end up panning out. And I think when we look back at the Austin Jackson pick, like I feel like that was a bit of a reach. I think the Eichenberg pick was a bit of a reach. Because we jumped up to get him. So I just feel like the Dolphins need to kind of learn to stand put where they're at, take the best player available, and put a guy in, get a guy you feel like you can plug in. Now, some of these guys may need to develop a little bit, but hey, I heard Cam Smith was, a top 30 guy in the draft, right? Getting him at pick 51 was a steal, right? So, and I went and watched film on him, and I'm gonna eventually I'll get to the point where I show you guys that information, like show you guys some of the film. But he's a dog, right? I mean, he could play. He played in the SEC, which is the best conference in college football. He played at South Carolina. Kid could play. Flat point blank period. He could play. And when you look at some of the film on him, you can see why the Dolphins went and got him, because they need a guy. And when I was watching the film, he was playing, 10 yards off at times. Most of the time, he was about 10 yards off his guy. Sometimes a little bit closer. Sometimes he would press up. But he's just really good at trusting his eyes. His closing speed is ridiculous, right? His back, he looks very comfortable in his back pedal. And that's what he said. And what really stood out to me is that, I mean, first of all, he had a relationship with Chris Grier's son. So they were teammates, I think, or something like that at South Carolina. And, he would always talk to Chris Grier's son about the process and stuff like that. And we ended up taking him. But he said what really stood out to me in his interview was that he mentioned Vic Fangio. He mentioned how Vic Fangio was just very, very like detail oriented, right? He said, he pointed out something to me on film that I didn't realize. He was like, one of my steps on one of these plays I made was bad. And he was like, hey, why'd you make that move there? And he was just kind of, coaching him through that. But he said that really stood out in terms of Vic Fangio and how detail oriented he is. So I like the fact that Vic Fangio's he already has an understanding of what this guy does well, how he can help our football team. And that's important. Like, you got to have a vision for a guy. You got to have the vision before he has the vision of what he can be, in the NFL. And that's what Vic Fangio has. And that's why I appreciate guys like Vic Fangio, because he's detail oriented. He's going to get guys right. He's going to coach them up. He's a teacher. He's going to teach him how to play, teach him how to fit into the system and make plays. So, I like the Cam Smith pick. Like the fact that I like his demeanor. He's got a little cockiness to him. I mean, that's how athletes should be. That's how great players should act and carry themselves. They should be confident. They should be a little cocky. That doesn't bother me. So I like that pick. The next pick after that, Devin Achane, fast guy, right? I think he was a really good player. Carried the ball well. I went and watched every carry versus LSU. Watched every play in that one. He ran the ball well. He runs it up inside. He can run it outside. He's a speedy guy. I didn't see a lot of outside runs, like schemed outside runs, but I'm sure he has the ability to do it. I think that's what worried me about Devin Achane the most, is just I didn't see enough outside runs, enough outside zone, enough stretch, enough toss from his film. Now, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying, hey, I would like to get a guy that could do that a little bit more. So that's Devin Achane. He's a speedster, super fast, track guy, right? So he's a track guy. He's a little undersized, but that's usually the case with track guys. usually a little undersized, and then he'll probably pick up some weight closer to the season or during the off season since he's not on the track anymore. So when you're running like that all the time and you're exerting that force in your body, you're going to lose the weight. That's just the nature of it. So now that he's not on the track anymore, he could probably pick up more weight, take more pounding, and prepare his body for the NFL, because I think that's going to be important, man. But I think he's a really good player too. The next guy we got was Elijah. What's his name? Elijah. Let's see here. What's his name? Somebody give me his name in the chat, man. Y'all got to interact with your boy. So let's see. Elijah. Let me get his last name right. So Elijah Higgins. Yeah, there we go. Ice man, appreciate that. So Elijah Higgins, I think he's a really good player too, out of Stanford. I actually watched the interview with him and T.O. and another guy, and he was saying, yeah, I mean, he seems like a really mature guy, like a really mature player, understands the game, understands where he needs to be. He's around 235, 6'3", hell of an athlete, play receiver. So now the Dolphins are going to try to convert him and put him in, like that tight end H-back role. So he can operate in line and in the slot or wherever they line him up. So good. I mean, good looking kid, good size, good speed. Ran like a 4.5 40. I think he ran a 4.54. He said he expected to run around a 4.4, but he didn't get that time. He said some of the NFL teams clocked him a little bit lower than 4.5. So, he kind of rolled with that. But he's a speedy guy too. He could run. He could get out. He's got a good stride. Makes plays, catches the ball. So I like that pick too. Anytime you can add a playmaker where you can line up, he's versatile. Seems like he's willing to block. Seems like he's got the strength. So we'll see how that turns out. Maybe he turns some heads in camp and makes some plays and can get into a rhythm quickly. I want a couple guys that are going to be ready to go. Like I want to see A-Chain. I want to see Cam Smith. I want to see some of these guys contribute right away. Hey, that would be nice. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a solid player. Another guy we picked up, our last draft pick, was Hayes. What's his first name? His first name is Ryan Hayes. So Ryan Hayes out of Michigan, tackle. And I looked at some of Ryan Hayes' film. So I coached the offensive line for about 10 years at the high school level. So I coached at West Orange High School and I coached at Lyman High School. And I coached at Jones High School as well. So in coaching, what I was looking for in, his offensive line, I was looking for his technique. His pass set is really good. It's clean. He moves well. He moves well in space. I looked at some of his Senior Bowl film, and he moves well in space. Can get out in space and operate. I saw him on a play where he pulled outside, almost like it was like a toss to the left. He was at left tackle, pulled outside and got out there and blocked a corner. So I think he's got some good feet, some good speed, some good athleticism. I think that's what you need out of a tackle in our offense. I think Armstead needs to be a little bit more athletic, or I'm not saying he needs to be more athletic, but Mike McDaniels needs to put him in those situations more where he can get out in space and operate in that, in those tosses and in those sweeps and those stretch plays. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see us use more of the field, more to field. The inside is going to be there. You're always going to run the ball inside, but I want to see us run inside, outside, play the chess match and just keep teams off balance. I think that's going to be important. So you got to use the entire field to do that. And I think you get a tackle like Hayes who can come in here and pull, get on the outside, make a play. I think that's going to be important for our offense, especially getting some of these guys outside. And let me go through the comments. Let me just go through real quick. Shout out to everybody in the room. We got 25 in the room. Hey, hit the like for me real quick. I appreciate you guys. If you want to support the channel, the information is in the description. King Mills in here. Lewis, JR Black, what's good with you? He says Finn's rated number 8 in the league in terms of value pick with only 4 picks. Okay, I like that. Adam Sadowski, what's good? He says Finn's up, y'all. What's good, Adam? What's popping? We live. We live on a Sunday Funday. PL says if the coward color and El Capricorn didn't block me, I'd come on TFTG and destroy it. His like color and mush. Dang, bro, you going hard, man. Chill, bro. It's all good though, man. It's all in fun, man. It's all dolphin stakes. No pressure. No pressure at all. So let me we'll go through real quick. I'm just saying. So CB Lewis asked me a question. He says, CB, what do you think about Aubrey Miller, linebacker from Jackson State, coming to Miami? I like it. I saw he was signed. He was an undrafted free agent signing. I went and looked at some of his film. He's a bigger linebacker, right? He's like the traditional Mike linebacker, big size, big run stuffer, strong dude, bigger dude. I like him. He seems like an athlete. Maybe he comes in here and finds his way onto the roster, right? Maybe that happens. We'll see. Maybe he can get some reps, man. So I do like that. And he's an HBCU guy. So I'm all about the HBCU guys. Hey, we also didn't we sign quarterback James Blackman from Arkansas State? James Blackman was actually Florida State Seminole, and then he transferred to Arkansas State. So quarterback, y'all got to look out for that too. I think we signed James Blackman from Arkansas State. He could come in and compete, for that backup spot. He could come in and compete for that backup spot, with Skyler and Mike White. And he's not trash. Don't say he's trash. He ain't trash. If you go look at some of his film, he could throw the ball. He's a slender guy, makes plays. I mean, he could throw the ball. He's a good thrower of the football. But Blackman is not trash. I know y'all want to say he's trash, but he ain't trash. Nobody in the NFL is trash. But I mean, I'm sure he could develop a little bit more, of course. But he's not trash. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link, get some of you up here, and we're gonna talk about some of the undrafted guys too, because I do have a list of those guys. There was a lot of offensive line signings, so I'm excited about that. Definitely excited about the O-line signings, the guards, the tackles, from the undrafted class. So, and just looking at some of the undrafted class, let's take a look at it real quick before I drop the link. I just wanted to talk through this a little bit. So take this down real quick. But when I look at the undrafted class that we signed, so we signed the punter. We talked about that, Michael Turk out of Oklahoma. We signed the edge rusher Garrett Nelson out of Nebraska, right? D lineman Anthony Montalvo out of UCF. Okay, so Central Florida boy. Guard DJ Shafe Jr. out of Miami, and we signed some Miami guys too. We signed a couple Miami guys. So DJ Shafe, who's a guard out of Miami, the offensive tackle Alex Jensen out of South Dakota. Wide receiver Chris Coleman out of Cal Poly, DN Mitchell Agude out of Miami. I think that's how you pronounce that. Safety Ethan Bonner out of Stanford, D lineman Randy Charlton out of Mississippi State, D lineman Brandon Pilley out of USC, O tackle Jarrett Horst out of Michigan State, tight end Julian Hill out of Campbell. So yeah, they're working. Running back Chris Brooks out of BYU. Linebacker Zeke Vadenberg out of Illinois State. So we really signing a lot of guys. We are. Quarterback James Blackman, mentioned him. Linebacker Aubrey Miller out of Jackson State. We talked about him. Safety Bennett Williams out of Oregon. And so we also signed a center, Alama Ulav, out of San Diego State. So we signed some guys, man. Another receiver out of Western Kentucky, Daywood Davis. Yeah. So we signed. I mean, we signed a good amount of guys, man. I'm looking forward to seeing these UDFAs come in and try to get a spot, man. They're battling for a spot, battling to get on the roster, man. It's a long way, and you guys don't realize it, but it's a long way from being a UDFA coming in and making plays in the season. Like Cater Kohu is a gem. Like that's a gem find. Like you just don't find that every day. So you got to keep that in mind. Look at Mr. Polk. What's up with you, man? Wolfpack in the building, man. 27 in the building. Hit the like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You already know what time it is. What's up, Mr. Polk? Yep, big 6'5" at quarterback. Yep, he's nice. I like Blackman. You could tell his game is just when he was at Florida State, he was just young and mature. Couldn't really, I mean, he made plays. He just really couldn't get it together, put it all together. But our O-line was so bad too. So that was part of it too back then. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm dropping a link, man. If y'all want to come up, chop it up with me a little bit. We won't go too long, but we'll have a little fun on this beautiful Sunday. I've been going for 30 so far. So we 30 minutes in, man. Appreciate y'all coming out. You already know. Hey, it's still Tua Leroy. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's still Tua Leroy around here.
All right, Leroy. Who's the one and only master?
I
Oh, God damn. Let me go, motherfucker. Let me go.
Yeah, man, that's that dude right there, man. That's that dude, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the back room. I'm about to bring y'all up in a sec. Hey, appreciate you guys coming through on a Sunday. You already know what time it is. I dropped a link if you guys want to come up. Got some people hanging in the back. The big homie, Shake Money. What's good with you, my boy?
What's going on, man? You know how it is. Another beautiful day in Zamunda.
Hey, you got that ugly gator stuff in the back, but it's all right. I'm gonna let you.
Hey, listen. I know it's Women's Week, and you want me to wear FSU stuff.
Oh,
but
don't
you
do it.
I'm sorry.
Don't do it. Don't.
Hey, you
want to
talk? You want to talk that smoke? That gator FSU smoke? I'm all about that, bro.
Hey, hey, we gotta do that one day. We gotta do the Gators versus FSU. We gotta do the games for sure.
Hey, by the way, just so you know, El Capitan gave me the green light to call Gator games. So,
ooh, okay.
I'm going to be calling the Gator FSU game. I want you there, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a good one. I'm going to give you hell that week because we're going to be punching y'all all over the field, man.
Hey, listen. Every once in a while, you remember that commercial where Ali, they showed Ali boxing his daughter?
Yeah.
When y'all beat us last week, that's how it felt. When our daughter, like, damn, our daughter could hang out with us.
Oh, good one, Shake. Good one, Shake. Hey,
man.
All right, man. Let me get another couple more people in here. My man Mounty and my man Von Joe. What's good? What's cracking?
Hey, man. Just good morning, gentlemen. Just
How
came
you
from my
doing,
little
man?
praise. Hey, man, I just came from my praise and worship at the gym. That's what I call church.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And they're clanging and banging with your Dolphins tee on. I see you.
Hey, bro. Even during the off season.
Hey, you feeling that thing? Hey, you feeling that thing out a little bit, man?
Stop! Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Mounty, what's good with you, my boy?
What's good, Jets? What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Chilling.
You good? How you feel about the draft, man?
Yo, I think we did solid. Yo, Cam Smith is just a perfect mold of Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, and that's what we need. We need some dogs back there who gonna get after it, man, and who ain't afraid, who trust their speed and just know, hey, I can make a play, man. And we don't have a lot of guys back there like that right now. Like we got some younger guys, Trill Williams and stuff like that, but like them guys shouldn't have been playing last year, and we know that. We know because of the injuries, the situation we had, that we had to play some guys who we didn't expect to play. Some were good. Cater Cole, who balled out, he got beat a couple times. That happens, but we need some guys who are going to step in and take us to the next level. That's what we need. We need to be looking at championship, trying to stop Mahomes and them boys, and we got to get our defense ready, man. That's a big part of it.
Yeah, it's funny is a quarterback who said they never got beat is like a quarterback that never threw an interception. That happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it happens. It happens. That's the nature of the game. Hey, let me get my homie Iceman in here. Iceman, what's popping, man?
Iceman.
Let's go Heat. The Heat played today too.
Wait, what?
Oh, the Heat played today?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What time y'all play? What time they tip off?
1 o'clock, but I'm here though. So yeah, man.
Okay. All right. Who they? So they got New York, right?
Yeah, they got the New York. They got the New York Chicks.
That's
don't talk about Alex's team like that, bro. Don't talk
New York
about
Chicks.
Alex's team like that.
All that. Let Alex bring it. We want the business.
Okay. I hear y'all, man.
I like that.
The New York Chicks. So Iceman, what you think about the draft, bro?
I mean, I know some of us on first day it was boring as hell. Like we were all sitting there patiently, but the second day I was like, okay, you got Devon H.A. and then you got as you said, Cam Smith. I like Cam Smith. He's a baller.
Yeah.
He's a nasty boom sticker. He can go into the flats, destroy you with the hits, man. You saw it. I mean,
yeah.
But speed on speed kills.
Yeah, he got that dog in him.
I like
and that's what I like too. I mean, I like the nice guys, right? I like the nice guys that are buttoned up well, and but I also have you also need a couple of players who are a little edgy on your team and who you feel like you can go into a bar fight with and come out on top, bro. And I think that's what Cam Smith is. You put him out there and let him rock, man. And what we got to realize is he's gonna learn from guys like X. He's gonna learn tricks from Jalen. And he's going to go up against guys like Tyreek and Waddle in practice. He's going to see the best of the best every day. So that's only going to get him better. Iron sharpens iron, man.
Yeah. And could I say something about the draft real quick?
Yeah, Bonzo. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the day we drafted, I'm going to say I gave us a Z. Not a A, not a B, not a C.
You said the day we drafted?
Yes, I gave us a Z. I was like, this is trash. I was emotional. Like, we
Why?
didn't address none of our needs. Hold on, let me finish. Let me land before y'all jump.
Okay, and as soon as you land, I'm gonna bring. I got my man in the back, so I'm gonna bring somebody else on as soon as you land.
I bet. So I'm gonna make it quick then. So I gave it a Z because I felt like we didn't address none of our needs and whatnot. Right? I'm like, okay, this is a boom or bust draft for us. It's risky. Then I looked at what we did during the UDA, right? And I'm like, okay, I see what we're doing here. So we went best player available, just getting quality picks, right? And for our places of need, we're just gonna throw bodies at it, and hopefully one of them people work out.
Exactly, and hopefully it stick. Like you gotta have maybe a few of those guys hit, like those offensive linemen you're picking up. Because honestly,
5 O linemen. I think we have 5 O linemen, 4 D linemen, 3 linebackers that we picked up in the UDA.
Yeah. So you got bodies.
And this was a depth draft. So I looked at the draft before the draft even happened. I said, okay, you know what? It's mainly a depth draft, right? So it's not like those other drafts where you're gonna find those quality starters in round 4, 5, and 6, right?
Right.
So I already knew this was a depth draft. So I see like, okay, get the best player available, people that could come in and start and be impact player this year. And as far as your depth, you throw bodies at it via UDA. All right, bet.
And I like the way they did that. And I didn't really come to a conclusion until I looked at the UDFA chart. And when I looked at it, I was like, damn, they got some dudes on here. So I'm just gonna let it play out and see what it do, man. But let me get the homie Lewis in here. Lewis, what's good with you, man? How you feeling?
What's up, my brother?
Man, what's up with y'all boys, man?
What's going on?
How you feeling on this good Sunday, man?
About to leave the tabernacle.
The what?
I'm leaving the tabernacle.
Hey,
Church,
so
bro. Look at
hey,
Von Joe.
this man said he was in. He texted me he was in church, right? So I really thought this man was in church. Like I really thought he was in church, and then I get on stream and he talking about he in the weight room, clanging and banging.
Hey,
That's
bro.
his tabernacle. That's
the
your place of
tabernacle right
worship,
here,
huh?
bro. Praise and worship, bro.
I hear you. I hear you.
I
Lewis,
haven't been
man,
in
what's
church
up
in-
with you, man? I know y'all boys over there was a little hot about the draft, man. What's up with the TFTG boys, man?
Hey, y'all boys is too many damn people.
Steven starting it already, bro.
What happened?
Ain't nothing happened, bro. Listen, I said it yesterday. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and
True.
people have difference of opinions, and that's just is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro. And that's bro. I'm cool with the difference of opinion too. That I think we need that in the community. I think that's important. If everybody was agreeing, this would be lame.
Well,
It
It would be lame for sure.
True.
and one thing I learned, and I heard this from somebody: if you chew on what you don't agree with, two things will happen. You either one, you learn something new, or two, come out with a stronger belief of what you already know.
Ooh, true. That's a very
Preaching on a
very
Sunday.
you preaching on a Sunday. Okay, Shake. Amen. Hallelujah. Hey, we in church today. But Lewis, how'd you feel about the draft, man?
Listen, I'm kind of with Von Joe. At first sight, no one was talking about Cam Smith or a corner for that matter. But just doing research on the kid, looking at the value you got, you see anywhere charts having them from the 17th rated player all the way up to 30. So if you get this kid at 51, man, the value's there.
Yeah.
We all know what A-Chain is about, speed back. I'm high on that. Higgins for me, it's hit or miss. I think that's more of a camp body, see if he can, kind of convert. But the one question, the guy I wanted to ask you about, CB, I know you coach linemen. Me and Von Joe were going kind of back and forth yesterday about him. And see, when you throw on the film of Ryan Hayes, the tackle from Michigan, right? Mm-hmm. He has good film in some of the games. Like he locked down Jack Campbell, that was a first-round pick. He locked him down. Yeah. He had some very good games, but then Von Joe also sent me a clip that was floating around Twitter in the Senior Bowl where he's getting ran over and pushed. So the question I would have for you, CB, how can a player go from, putting good film on or good play on film during regular games, but then lined up in just one-on-ones, he's getting like mauled over? How does that happen, CB, in your opinion?
This is what I want you guys to understand. Like, so when you're grinding every day, like your coaches are out there, your defense is out there, offense is out there, you're grinding, you're getting after it. There's gonna be plays where you get beat. That's just the nature of the game, right? So there's not gonna be any offensive lineman in the draft that wins on every play. It's just hard to do. It's not possible because you got so much stuff coming at you. And some plays, guys will just get the best of you. It may be because of your feet work, because you got your feet up and your steps are wrong or something like that. But there's going to be guys that get the best of you. And that's what you guys got to realize is that happens to everybody. When you if we go look at Connor Williams, he had a damn good year, right, at center. But there were plays where he just got mauled over and
True. Yeah.
Got put in the backfield. And that's just the nature of being in the trenches. You're not going to win them all. You just got to stack them up. You got to stack up the wins and take the losses as they come. But you ain't going to be winning on every play.
He was in on the backfield, bro. That play, it was one-on-one, and he was on his ass.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about? He just got
talking about who? You talking about who?
The dude, the top right.
You talking about Hayes?
Ryan Hayes, yeah.
He just got pancaked.
Guys,
you saw at the end though, he was pissed. He was like, he punched the ground. He was like, man. So I like that.
And honestly, guys are gonna get beat like that. It's just like, bro, if you take the wrong step or one time, or your feet get caught up or something, and you get caught up on somebody, bro, you're going to the ground. You're gonna get ran over. Like you got a 300-pound dude coming straight at you, and you're trying to get set and get in front of him. Bro, and that's what happens, bro. When you get caught flat-footed sometimes, you go straight to the ground, bro. That happens.
Well, CB, you always claim, CB, you're the best film breakdown in the community.
I don't say the best. I didn't say I'm the best. I never said I'm the best.
Now? You charge
Hey, no, Lewis. Hey,
right now?
Hey, Lewis, I said it on Batman's channel, and I'll stand on 10 toes. I say CB is the best in this business.
Well, they again. I'm not. Listen.
If my man Shake giving me that I appreciate that. Hey, I just say, hey, I do what I do. I ain't the best.
CB, trust me. Hey, listen, I'm very calm today. It's Sunday. I'm very calm. I'm with the fam. I'm not coming at CB. All I was doing was trying to ask CB, bro, I need that breakdown because, again, I listen, Bonjo's up here. I'm the one that went up on Twitter yesterday. I told Bonjo, I think this kid could be something. Now, again, he has to pan out. Oh, shit. But in my opinion, so I need that film breakdown, CB, of Brian Hayes when you get a chance, homie.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do it.
I need that. We're
gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Hey, and let me bring the homie Big Nick in. Big Nick, what's good with you, man?
What's going on, Big Nick?
Fans up. What's up, fellas?
Morning, Big Nick. Morning.
Hey, so we're seriously sitting up here debating. Well, first of all, I'm sorry. I got to do this. Lewis, the other week you defended your boy so bad, so deeply, and I appreciated that. You know, the other dude on the other podcast that I don't like how he go about his business. You know what I'm talking about. Why put up a tweet showing your 7th rounder getting knocked on his ass and say, meet our new right tackle? He's not our new right tackle. He might not even make the team. Why cause this type of division within our community? I don't understand that.
Again, I think everybody is entitled to their opinion, and Nick, and Nick,
But why cause a division though? It's purposely.
Wait. Y'all gotta look. Y'all gotta provide some context for me. I don't do the coding, the signs, and all of that. I want y'all to tell me who put up a tweet of what and what happened. Like,
okay, there was a tweet. There was a tweet of Robert Hayes getting beat in the Senior Bowl. The one y'all talking about, we got pushed on his ass. You on his ass?
Yeah, he got his ass blown up.
So, a popular YouTuber, dolphin content creator.
Who is that?
Popular dolphin YouTuber content creator put on YouTube with the caption, meet our new right tackle. Come on, man.
Who did? Yo, you can't look. First of all, you can't put
a name on it.
Hey, who was it, Big Nick?
Put a name on it.
I'll let Lewis tell you who it was.
Big Nick, who was it, Big?
I don't know who it was.
Big Nick, you brought it up, man.
I don't know who it was.
It was a boy, Fans TD.
Oh man, why he do that, man?
He called it. That's how he get his clicks, and that's how he get his clickbait, man.
Hey, but see, guys, I can put up a clip of every player in the draft class getting beat or having a bad play.
I can put up clip Aaron Donald getting his ass handed to him.
Of course, bro. And that's why. Look. I don't take stuff like that serious, bro. It's just you can't because but I do take this seriously. What you can't do is define these players by one or two plays. And if you're doing that, you're dead wrong.
You can't.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You can't put up a clip and be like, "Oh, this guy is trash" based on this clip. No, bro. Like I said, Connor Williams got beat plenty of times. Teron Armstead was getting killed at times. So I can't put up a clip of one of these guys getting beat and say, "Oh, this is our new player. He's trash." No, I can't do that. That's not fair, guys.
And to your point, I have footage of Muhammad Ali getting knocked out. Does that still not make him the greatest?
Nah, and that's why you can't take people like that serious, man. That's just
I call players of another team. I call them trash, right? But I'm just trolling. I don't believe no player in the NFL is trash, right? I don't believe no player in the NFL is trash.
Oh shit!
But to Robert,
you could be NFL grade trash.
How many players were drafted yesterday? Like 240 or something like that.
Yeah.
244. And how many college players was eligible for the draft? This dude was one of the 241 best players on the planet.
And there's thousands of guys out there. It's thousands of guys out there.
It just bothers me.
Well, Nick, the only thing I will say, and I heard CB, I think yesterday or the other day, said on Twitter, and I agree with CB. Elite, like I can't defend TD if he's on his platform or YouTube or whatever, because that's going out to the masses. We know he has a pretty big channel. But on Twitter, when he puts out stuff like that, TD has said when he goes to Twitter, it's just to troll, bro. He's admitted that. So you know what I'm saying? So
but you know what, Lewis? That's all fair. That's all fine and good. If I don't know how many, just say 40,000 of his subscribers know that. But if people don't know that and see that, then come on,
it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
And honestly,
you have a responsibility as an ambassador to this team to let people know, hey, I'm a lot of satire over here, but I love my team. But we get to the meat and potatoes, but a lot of my stuff is just bullshit satire. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I think he expects people to know that, which is cool. I mean, TD's my guy. I know he trolls, right? I know but I don't understand doing that to a player because it doesn't make sense. It's not, you can't define a player in one play.
I mean, everyone has their niche. They all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I get that too, Iceman. Like everybody has how they want to approach situations. I mean, we grown men, so whatever we put out, we better be able to stand behind.
I mean, all y'all up here are like 1,000 years old before Christ. So I mean, like shit. No, I'm joking. I'm fine.
Well, I am. Hey, and I got 250 to go. And you know what I'm saying? I got 200 to go. I'm gonna make it to 250. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna decide on what I want to do then.
Hey, but this is a good point right here. But so PL says, but who trolls their own team and fan base? Like I'm not gonna troll my team. I'm gonna troll somebody else's team. I can't. I see. I'm too much of a fan to talk negative. Like just bash my team. I can't do that. I can't bash players on the team because I'm always speaking life into my team because I want them to do well. Like shit, I feel like the type of whatever I put out, I feel like that's the energy I'm gonna get back. If I put out, hey, Tua suck, we gonna lose, then I feel like we gonna lose. I don't do that, bro. I'm trying to win.
And you know me, CB80. I defend Noah, so I'm gonna defend Tua.
Hey, Big Nick, let Lewis go real quick, and then I'm gonna come to you.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying I think it's a two-way street though, because again, I agree with PL. I'm not saying that what he said is wrong, but in the other side of the fence, and again, since he's not here, and I'm not taking a shot. This is my brother. But Batman will come out and, bro, for the last 2 years, he comes out. And again, I'm not saying that he's wrong.
But he's trolling, right?
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like to PL's point, I agree with him. But when PL says it only becomes it's trolling when it's a player that you like, because a very likable guy like Batman can come out and say Michael Dieter is trash, and no one seems to have a problem, right? So it's like, bro, where's the two-way street at?
Well, see.
I have a problem if I heard my brother.
So look, so has he said Michael Dieter's trash? I don't know.
No, he said you, CB.
Bro, a thousand. Bro, he said it 1,000 times, and Batman's my home. I'm not talking shit about Batman. I love Batman. That's my brother.
Is Dieter on our team though?
No, well, Von just said our former middle linebacker was trash for 3 years. He said that.
Well, there you go. Right?
He did.
Right?
He did.
So, bro, I think at the end of the day, when it gets personal and it gets serious, then we should call it out. But if it's in a joking matter or just trolling, like just let that shit ride, bro. Like
yeah. You gotta let it ride, but also, I mean, if you want to entertain it. I just don't entertain it, bro. If I saw that tweet, I'd be like, ha ha ha. Bro, you can't define a player by one play. You already know that. Like, come on.
See, I guess for me, my line of work, right? If I see somebody saying, let the cops do what they do, let them check your ID, let them check your car, let them check your house, you just let them do it, that's not helping me, right? That's not helping me when I defy the cop and say, no, you can't do it. I'm going to stand up for my rights. You can't do it. Then, so I feel like I have a responsibility to stand up to that cop so I can protect each and every one of you guys. But when you come out and you just blatantly say, and I'm a Dolphin fan, but Tua's trash, Hayes is trash, this dude is trash, we gonna suck. We got the ninth best quarterback in our conference, stuff like that. That's not helping your community, man.
Yeah, I mean, bro,
It's the internet too.
We're not going to win any fan awards.
No.
I'm telling you, this fan base is not going to win the #1 fan in the NFL award.
Yeah, and we're not. But I mean, you got to think about it like this. There's a lot of guys out here who are basing their channels off of an entertainment factor too. Like they want to be entertaining. They want to, because that's part of it too. Like they got to be characters. They got to, I mean, look at Barry Cunningham. I don't even think the dude's a Dolphin fan. But
I don't know what that dude is.
But,
I don't know what he is.
I mean,
I'm saying,
but he's on both sides of it, and I don't get it, but I'm like, I mean, I just let people rock how they want to rock, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm gonna call you out on it. Like I might call you out on it, of course, but I mean, it is what it is. I can't make people do what they want to do.
Well, the thing about Barry Cunningham is one thing people don't realize. What he said is when Tua didn't do that interview, the media, he said, hey, just warning, the media is going to turn on him. And sure enough, they did. Now you look at this time last year, Tua was trending in the top 10. Now they're pushing his ass out of the top 10 slowly but surely.
Well, let's look at it. Let's look at the media before that. The media before that never rocked with Tua. So
yeah, but they still had him in the top 10 somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. But now they're slowly.
Well, they got him. I think the last he was 9th.
Yeah, but you know, 2 weeks from now he might be 10, 12.
I think he's top 5.
Yeah, right.
But I'm just saying the media is starting to turn on him slowly but surely.
And if the media wants to put out bad lists and leave Tua off of it, shit, do what you got to do. But when it comes time and the season starts and he begins to play better than that, you got to look yourself in the face and say, I mean, look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, I was dead ass wrong. Like, and that's something that they got to do. Like, I would never put out a list based on, oh, I don't like this kid, so I'm gonna put him here. Or nah, bro, I'm gonna look at the film.
I think it's a South Florida thing when it comes to the media. I really think it's a South Florida thing. I mean, you take a look at the Miami Heat has won three NBA titles in the last 20 years. Has not had an All-Star game. Has not had an All-Star game. You look at the Miami Dolphins. You look at the Miami Dolphins. I mean, I know it was 50 years ago, but we had an undefeated season. And, you know, we don't get the respect that we get, even though we haven't necessarily earned it because of the past. But these last 3 years, man, this team has been an uptrend.
Yeah, for sure.
Every single pundit picks us either third or last in the division. And I don't know when the last time these guys picked us to win a game on NFL Today, CBS, none of that stuff. It's a media bias against South Florida sports.
Honestly, I expect it.
That's why.
And honestly, they don't. I don't know what it is, but people don't like Miami teams, bro.
They don't.
They don't. They just don't.
I got it. Just because we dominate hurricanes. No disrespect to your drizzles. I mean, come on, Dolphins. You just said it.
But we're good. We're very good.
I mean, they look at us and say, damn, they still fear the Dolphin logo. Everyone would say, oh, who we got? The Browns, Dolphins. Oh, fuck. Dolphins. They would always quake in their boots. So I'm just saying.
Right. I can't rock with that, though. Like, I get where Nick's coming from, but I can't rock with it because, again, see, the problem I had, and I think Nick was touching on it at first, we haven't done nothing to deserve it because think about how many years they would trash the Buffalo Bills, right? When they were trash. And now the past couple of years since they've been on that upswing and they've been winning 12, 13 games a season.
They give them the respect.
Now they give them the respect. If Miami starts becoming that team where we're constantly 11, 12 wins, we're winning the division. We're in the second round AFC Championship game. That respect will come, bro. But to Big Nick's point, you got to earn it. It's not about having a perfect season 50 years ago and what we did with Dan Marino. We got it's this team, it's this organization now. It's us now. It's not what we did in the past. that
Hey,
go.
Before you go, I'd rather have.
Go
I'd
ahead,
rather-
Shaq. Hey,
every week.
let me let Big Nick go, and then I'm gonna go to you, Shaq.
Arizona is on TV every single week. Why? Because they got Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing they have. And they're the darlings of the NFL. Well, maybe not last year, but before Kyler Murray, they came out to see that he was a little diva, that he only cared about himself. They was the darlings of the NFL and hadn't done shit.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, different players in different markets get different kind of love. I mean, I think that's just the nature of the business. That's the nature of the media. And like Lewis said, I agree with Lewis, which is weird.
I agree with that too.
I agree with him. You gotta win, and you gotta gain the respect. You gotta earn the respect in order for them to take you serious. And the Miami Dolphins did have a good season last year, but it should have been better. No doubt about it. It should have been a much better season if Tua stays healthy and our guys stay healthy. So I think that's part of it too. And we underachieve. We got to start.
The Patriots was dominant. Who owned that team? The Patriots was dominant for 20 years. What team in the NFL owned that team?
We did.
They don't talk about that.
We beat them every year. I mean, but
we split it. But
yeah, we would beat them every year. But
I'm sorry.
That's good. No, listen, I'd rather have a quarterback that's 25th ranked by the national pundit and win the division and win a Super Bowl 10 out of 10 times.
I'd rather fly under the radar. I'd rather fly under the radar too.
Isn't that the Jimmy Butler? Isn't that the Jimmy Butler Achilles heel though? Like, we know how great he is, but he's not considered a superstar because he doesn't leave anyone standing there. My definition as a basketball player, if you're gonna be a superstar, you gotta leave people standing there, right? But it's all aesthetics. It's all aesthetics, to Shake Money's point. It's all aesthetics. You're right. I'd rather have a guy that win the Super Bowl and win the division and can be Trent Dilfer. I'd rather have Trent Dilfer if he's gonna win the Super Bowl. But it's the aesthetics too, sells tickets and also garners attention to the brand. So maybe they're only basing us on win. They're not basing us on, hey, they got a couple faces of the NFL on that team too.
Yeah. And I think that's part of it. But I mean, that's just the nature of the business, man. The Dolphins got to win. And that's where we're at this point. We got the roster. We got the talent on both sides of the ball. Now you just got to figure out how to put it together and win and stay healthy and right the ship, because there's no excuse. This team is a deep playoff run type team. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Anything less than that would be a failure, in my opinion.
It's just a big question mark on two.
And you know what's funny? You know the difference, in my opinion. Is my opinion. You know the difference between the XFL and the NFL?
What is that?
Listen, if you watch an XFL game, they're both entertaining. But the difference between the XFL and the NFL is NFL has more marketable players. They have more name brand recognition. That's the difference. And that's why it's
a players league. So
whenever they get a superstar, that's why they put them on a pedestal, because it's bringing them their income.
Right. So besides Tua, who's the X factor for the Miami Dolphins' successful season?
Man,
I have one in mind.
One player?
It was just in the question. If you pay attention to the question, that's who the X factor is for me. I think Xavier is the X factor for this season.
I say Phillips.
You think Phillips?
I like James Phillips.
If I could put it on one player, I would put it on I would say Armstead.
Okay.
Because he's such an integral piece, right? And when you take him out of the game, it creates such a big void. If you take anybody else off the roster, if you take Tyreek off the roster, it's next man up. You got Jalen Waddle, you got Chosen Anderson. Of course, Tyreek's a big piece, right? But you got guys who can still catch the ball. Like, if we lose Armstead, I don't know if we have a guy that can come in and play that position and play it well. And it's really big in regards to how we.
Who's his backup? Is it Austin?
If you take X off right now, as it stands, you take X off, Kader Coho and Cam Smith combined might be an NFL corner right now. You know what I mean? So that's scary to me. That's scary to me without X out there, because then you can't move Jalen Ramsey around and use him like you want to use him. I think Jalen Ramsey is less of an important X factor than X is, right? Because X can only play what he can play. Ramsey can move around and play buck linebacker, safety, the slot, outside.
Yeah.
So X to me is that important piece that has to stay healthy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think all our guys got to stay healthy. What you think, Lewis? Who's the X factor for you?
Listen, it's not about winning games or losing games. We all know who the X factor is. We can sugarcoat if we want. It's Tua.
No, except for Tua.
Outside of Tua. Yeah, outside of Tua.
Outside of Tua.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to go on the field then. I'm going to go off the field. I'm going to say if Mike McDaniel gives us better, if he keeps growing and evolving as a head coach and adding Vic Fangio that we, again, you guys have told me the upgrade from Fangio to Boyer, it's undeniable. I'm not going to go on the field. I think if we make the right adjustments off the field with the coaching, that's the X factor for this season.
So in basketball, coaches can be considered. In basketball, a head coach can get you 10 wins in basketball, right? He can be responsible for 10 wins in an 82-game season. In baseball, a manager can be responsible for 10 wins in a 162-game season. But in NFL, a head coach is going to give you, what, 1 or 2?
And those are important games.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about
I think he's going to give you a little bit more than that. I think since Mike McDaniel is calling the plays on offense, it's kind of like a double whammy because he's also calling your offense. He's responsible for your offense. So I think, man, he's just a really integral part, and like he's got to be on his game he got to be on his game all year next year. He's got to be
playing on time, man. Just get the play in on time.
He's got a deal. He's got to put our guys in position to be successful, and I think that's what he's working on. And I think he'll have these guys ready, man.
And it's a big Nick point. If you think about it, most teams that missed the playoffs last year was by 1 or 2 games. So those 1 or 2 games do help tremendously.
We used to be in that boat 2 years ago. We were in.
We was in that boat all so often, way too often,
too much. Yeah.
Anthony, what's good with you, Tony?
For me, what I want McDaniel to do is honestly start delegating more of the playbook to his assistant, his offensive coordinator, because to me that as a fan of coaching specifically, to be a truly great head coach, you need to delegate more and stop being so controlling of your playbook and stuff like that. That can hurt a team because a coach is too focused on one side. A great head coach is usually a coach that delegates. A smart and successful head coach. Bill, I understand Belichick runs his defense. We know that, but he delegates and he really doesn't control he's not really controlling the defense on a day-to-day game planning basis. He's letting his coordinators do that and stuff like that. The coordinator on defense doing that.
Anthony, that's why Vic Fangio, and you heard it the other day in Mike McDaniel's press conference, he even said it. He said, man, the defensive side of the ball, you would have to ask Vic Fangio about that. Like, that's Vic's thing. And I think that's where the biggest improvement for Mike McDaniel is.
No, I'm saying in terms of the offensive side. Honestly, start delegating more.
I don't know if you know this, Anthony, but Frank Smith wears a lot of hats. Let
Lewis land real quick, and then I'm going to come to you, Nick.
Well, I'm just saying, CB, like, I don't know how everybody else feels, but for me, I don't mind my head coach. Again, Andy Reid, we know the enemy is the offensive coordinator. I'm not saying he has input, but we know that's Andy Reid's offense. He's the one calling the plays. I don't mind that Mike McDaniel does that. I think the offense was very productive last year, and I just think he's going to get better and better as the years come with him doing it. So it doesn't bother me that Mike McDaniel calls the offensive plays.
I'm not saying it bothers me, but I would rather him delegate it a little bit more so he can be the like you see, I'm using I know college football coaching and NFL head coaching are two different things, but
by far,
but I like what college. I hope he does that, being a CEO instead of being so focused on one side, because that can hinder his development as a coach because he's so focused on one side of the ball instead of looking at every portion of the the team and stuff like that.
He's learned, like Lewis said, he learned from that last year as a rookie. So I'm sure he's gonna like give those guys his utmost.
And secondly, that's why he hired Vic Fangio so he could kind of take the pressure off the defense.
And not only that, Frank Smith literally wears like 5 different hats in that building, right?
Well, looky.
He's like, if you don't think he spends most of his time in that O-line room, then I don't know what to tell you. Plus, he has a little input over there with Embry with the tight end room. He has to get the game plan. He wears a lot of hats, man. He depends on Frank Smith a lot.
I think so too, and I think Ali, what's good with you, man? How you doing, man?
Good. I just wanted to comment about Frank Smith and
what's up, Ali?
the call, like giving him authority to call plays from time to time.
All right.
My thing is, has he ever been in a position to call plays?
Yes, he has. He did it in Tennessee.
Okay, so at Tennessee he called plays. Is that correct?
Yes.
I understand. Okay. I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question, because
he was just asking.
if you're gonna rely on the people around you, you want to rely on people that have been there and has been in that position. I know our
Bevel too. Bevel's called plays before.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bevel has. I know for a fact, but
That's
I wasn't sure about Frank Smith. So
that's why the guy that should still be with his organization is no longer with his organization. It hurts us so much because of your last coach. Caldwell should still be in his organization, man.
Yeah,
that's
that would be
fact.
nice.
That would have been nice.
But the different Caldwell runs a different. That's the issue. Caldwell runs a different offense. He's not running the same.
Yeah, it's a different scheme.
Yeah, but it'll be McDaniel's playbook, but it'll be Caldwell calling the plays, putting the game plan together.
What I'm saying, Caldwell's offense is completely different. He's more of a spread offense and stuff like that. McDaniel's more of a pro style West Coast offense.
Right. So when it comes to Mike McDaniel's calling plays, I'm fine with it, right? I'm fine with it as long as you have a strong guy on the other side of the ball, right?
Yeah.
You got to have a strong, detail-oriented guy on the other side of the ball, or you're not going to be able to do it. And I think that's what he realized year one is that, hey, Josh Boyer just isn't getting it done. I'm having to spend too much time over here. I'm trying to call plays and game plan for the offense. So it becomes a hindrance. If you don't have a guy over there who can run the ship and do it like a champ on that side of the ball, it becomes too much for him. And I think that's what he realized this year. And that's why he went and got Vic Fangio, because he realized, hey, if I'm going to be calling these plays and putting so much on the offense, I got to have somebody over there who has head coaching experience and who can head coach my defense.
Okay.
So you got to think about it like that.
McDaniels would never tell things to fucking fix it. He would never tell.
First of all, you know why?
Punch him in the mouth. Fangio would punch him in the mouth.
No, Coach.
You know why he'll never do that? He'll never be able to do that because Fangio will be in the booth like a real defensive coordinator should be.
No, I actually disagree with you. For me, this is a question I think I've asked everybody before. For you guys, as a fan, would you rather have if you were a head coach in the NFL, would you rather have your coordinators in the booth or on the field next to you?
On the field.
I want my coordinators.
I want to see your
booth.
face. I want to talk to you for if we have a misconception.
Yeah, but if you're in the booth, you can see everything on what's going on at once. Whereas if you're up there on the field, you can't see everything.
You can't see. Look, guys, I want you to realize this. As a coach, you can't see shit from the sideline. I just want you to understand that. Now, I know they have technology where they can go back and look at stuff. They have the technology on the tablets where they can look at looks and stuff like that.
Look at that, yeah.
But seeing it real time in the booth is a lot better for a coordinator, for a defensive coordinator.
How did that go for us, though? How did that go for us when we had
He didn't. Josh Boyer was on the sideline.
Josh Boyer was on the field.
No, the guy when we drafted, what's his name, bro? 3 years back. Because we wanted it for Tua, dog.
Who you talking about? Man, them dudes were terrible. The co-offensive coordinators.
Yeah, bro. The old bro. We allowed an old man to come up.
Gailey.
Oh, you talking about Chan Gailey? Gailey was in the booth. Yeah. But Gailey wasn't a bad offensive coordinator, though. I don't think he was a bad offensive coordinator.
Josh McDaniel was always on the field.
He was. I don't like Josh McDaniels being on the field. I like guys who are in the booth.
I need
Like,
to talk to the players.
I kind of like both. I kind of like both.
I
But
need
know
my
the
guys
NFL
to be.
I
You
know
gotta see
NFL like them
stuff.
on the field. I know NFL want fans on the field. I know that. I know
You said
CBS wants them on the field.
Oh, so
Yeah,
they can
no.
get the camera on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and Nick, that's what I'm asking. I think the position coaches, it makes sense for them to be on the field, but you guys, because
Yes.
the position coaches are more hands-on have to be hands-on with the players. Coordinators really don't. They're not really hands-on with the.
They're not.
Unless
They're not. Now look, this is what I did when I was coaching, right? So offensive line coach, as an offensive line coach, I was on the sideline all the time, right? But my offensive coordinator was usually in the booth. I was communicating with him through my headset. Whatever he saw, I would relay that to the group. When they came off the field and they were off the field for a series, we met. We got them on the bench, got them on the whiteboard to look at the defensive formations, and then I would talk to the offensive coordinator, relay the message, and then we would go out there and operate the next series. So
the reason why
you
I
gotta
asked that-
trust, Anthony. You gotta trust.
Okay.
You gotta trust and delegate your offensive coaches to do what they're supposed to do. Like you just said, you want a guy who's going to delegate. Then the offensive coordinator needs to be able to delegate, responsibilities to the offensive assistants. Like they gotta be responsible for their units.
I looked last year during the playoff game and during the season. We've had so many technical issues with Skyler. Skyler kept on pointing to his helmet that he couldn't hear anything and stuff like that. Remember, Skyler kept on complaining, "I can't hear anything."
I think that's just when you got the backups in there, bro. There's no telling.
No, even Tua complained about it. Tua complained about it too.
Yeah,
The only two problems was that McDaniel had. The only problem that McDaniel had was efficiency and play calling, specifically when it comes to running the ball. Right?
I was gonna say. I'm sorry, Big Nick.
I don't think communication was an issue. I think efficiency, getting the play on time, and we was gashing the Buffalo Bills for like 7.3 yards, and he stopped running the ball.
Yeah, I think
I was gonna say. I
ahead,
think it's the. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just think it's the transition from when we move from the passing to the run game, or vice versa. It seemed like we had the pedal, gas all the way down, and then all of a sudden we go to an instant halt. And I think there needs to be a transition that seems to work a lot better. And that's where I think the biggest issues were. And the whole thing about getting the call, in time, the two times that happened mostly was on live television, and there was an issue between the referees and providing the proper, if it was first down or not just in a Dolphins game, but that happened during the playoffs in a Bills game. And even Tony Romo called it out. So I'm just saying it wasn't just that. I think it's primarily the transition between the passing and the run game.
So what do you mean by the transition between the passing and the run game, though?
Like when to, for example, we just come off a big play, Waddle ran it for 20 yards, first down, and then instead of going with what's clicking and what's working for Tua and everything, we instantly go to the run game and it's like a dead halt. And third down comes. We call a timeout out of nowhere and run the ball twice, and we don't get the first down. How many times?
I think that's a Tyreek effect, though. I think that's a Tyreek effect, knowing that if it's second and 9, we're confident enough to run those plays because we got Tyreek.
But Lewis,
but the thing is, that's a momentum killer. What Ali's talking about, we have momentum killing plays.
Yeah,
where,
that's what I'm
like you said, Tua is clicking, Tua is going. Don't take the ball out of his hand and run it. If anything, if he gets an incompletion, okay, now you go to the run. But if it's clicking and working, milk it.
No, I don't think you can do that. I think
when y'all play on Madden, don't do that.
I think
I'll give it.
I can't agree with that because I don't want a quarterback to just sit back and drop back and throw it every time. Like, even if he's hot, you still got to mix it up. Like, you still have to mix in the run. You still have to use the entire field. The defense is eventually going to key in on whatever you're doing.
They was just saying pick it at the right time. Pick them at better time to do it. They're not saying
that's where I'm at. Like I think when he went to the run was the wrong time, is basically what I was getting at.
Yeah,
like I understand what you're saying, CB. I agree with you. Like you don't want a quarterback that constantly throws. I get it, but it just, to me, when we went to the run, it was the wrong timing, just in my own opinion.
I hate running.
What's going to happen?
Hey, real quick.
I hate running the ball on first down. I hate that. I hate it.
Why?
Because
it's not efficient in the days NFL anymore. Warren Sharp is not efficient in the days NFL. It's a bad.
Stop
it. Bad play.
You can run the ball on first down, bro. No, I'm not. Hey, I don't. Look. This is why. I don't agree with that. This is why I don't agree with that, because you can get ahead of the chains by running it on first down. If you can run it and get 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're looking at 2nd and 7, the 2nd and 6. The whole playbook is open at that point, right? You can do anything you want to do. You can take a shot. You can if you're at 2nd and 10. You got to find a way to get positive yardage. So you're looking at running it automatically because you're trying to get into a good, manageable third down situation. So I like running it on first down.
Analytics don't show that. See, that's what this league is about.
But look, it depends on who's running the ball and who's calling the shots. And that's the thing. We can talk about analytics all day, but different teams have different situations.
And CB, this is why I'm saying, for me, I think what's going to happen is our short passing game, the swing passes and all the running back flare stuff like that are going to replace the traditional running game. That short passing game is what.
And that's an extension of the run game, and that's a good point, Anthony. I think that those swings, those flares, those screens and stuff like that, tight end screens, all that stuff is an extension of the run game. I think we're going to do a lot more of that this year. We should be.
CB, can I ask you a question about the run game? Do you think with the addition of A-Chain that we will see a lot more dual running back formations?
No.
No? I mean, he's a pretty decent ball catcher at the same time. And he's not like over the top in receiving, but he can do it.
I think
he's nasty, dog.
I think we'll see Mike.
I'm sorry, CB. Dual backfield or 2 running backs on the field?
You can do dual backfield and have one moving in motion to the slot. I mean, you could do that from time to time, and it makes the defense think. It makes the defense think: are they passing? They throwing it? It basically adds something else to the defense that they have to worry about.
See,
we saw guys.
You could run a wheel route with that running back if he's on.
There's plenty of stuff you could do, but like I said, that's a good question. But I think we saw Mike McDaniels do a little bit of that late in the season where he had like Mostert and Jeff Wilson in the game at the same time. I think you saw it sparingly, and I think he mixed it in every now and then. It wasn't something he did a lot of. I don't know if he does more of it this season. I mean, it just kind of – so what it does is it kind of balances out the formation, right? So if you have a running back on the right and a running back on the left, you can kind of – use the field to your advantage and like break it down into sections. And I think that's what double tight end formations do too. But the Miami Dolphins operated the best when they were versatile and they mixed in the run. When you go back and look at the Cleveland game that we played, that game was just a great called football game. Probably the best called football game I've saw in a very long time. If you go back and watch that game, you'll see how we operated the offense in that game. And you'll see that Tua just dealt in that game because the run game was effective. The play action was killer. Our play action is going to be key, instrumental in us being successful this year.
What about Detroit, CB? Remember in Detroit as well.
Detroit, he played well too.
We were matching them.
Yeah.
Oh, and CB, this is why I'm saying, for me, I think the play action is going to work in reverse. We're going to use the play action, not the play action for the run game to open up the pass. The play action pass the opposite direction to open up the running game.
And that could be the case. That could be the case.
That play action is going to be the deadliest weapon. And it was already the deadly. I mean, we had the only quarterback that actually turned his back to the defense on play action. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So now another year in this offense, another year working on the
It's
timing with
deadly.
these two wide receivers, man. This shit is gonna be deadly.
Hey, CB, can you repeat the defensive question? I never got to answer it, please. So me and Ali can answer it.
What defensive question?
What question?
About the most important person on the defense or whatever.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
no,
the most important person.
Linebacker, bro.
no.
The
We said
most
the most. We said the most important person on the team outside of Tua, the X factor. That's what we said.
For me, since Fangio relies so much on his safeties, to me, the X factor is Javon Holland, to be honest.
I like that. I like that. I was thinking Javon Holland too, and then I just went to my offensive state of mind, just kind of like, oh man, we need Armstead because, bro, when he went down, it was just a struggle. It was a struggle. Ali, what do you think? Who's the X factor outside of Tua?
I like the fact that you brought up Armstead. You're right, because when he's out, that makes a huge difference. You know,
I would either say Teron Armstead or Connor Williams, just because those guys.
I'm gonna go with Connor Williams. If you said Armstead, I'll go with Connor Williams. One of the two.
Ali, let's see if I can sway you a little bit, Ali. If X goes down, then that takes away everything that we have planned for Jalen Ramsey.
But here's the thing: we now have Cam Smith.
Yeah, but him and Kader Cole together, is a year in the NFL. They're young.
But you don't. But they still guys though, Nick.
I know, man. I know.
Big Nick. Let me bring this down to you. Okay. And I didn't like initially. I actually did not like this pick at all.
I did
until I started looking more into it, and then I thought about it a little bit more. And to be honest, if you go back and watch one of my previous Broken Take episodes, I actually stated my bold prediction was that they were going to draft Xavier Howard's replacement in this draft. That was my bold prediction, right? Because there were so many corners. Why not do it now? Well, anyway, we did it, and I thought about this, and there is a lot of things that we can do with our secondary now that we have Trill Williams back. We have Nick Needham back. We have Kader Kahoo, and
Trill Williams.
Yeah, we have Trill Williams, exactly. So there's so many different things you can do with our secondary, and we'll have Brandon Jones and everybody back as well. Even if Xavier Howard goes down, right? You still have Nick Needham, Kader Kahoo, Cam Smith. You still have all these guys that can fill in. You know what I mean?
Could we still use Jalen Ramsey? Can we still use Jalen Ramsey in the way we all have envisioned? All of
you can still use him, bro. You can still use him.
We couldn't use X last year. We couldn't use X in the way we normally use X last year.
The reason
there was too many injuries.
Exactly. Thank you, Lewis. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's true.
There's too many injuries, bro. You can't move them all around. He got to play the tough guy every week.
See, and CB, I watch it.
I'm going to answer. Anthony, hold on. So I'm going to go ahead and answer that question since you guys took my answer already, because I've been saying this since last year. It's Armstead. Outside of Tua is Armstead. Case closed. Case done. He's the linchpin.
Von Joe, why do you say that though?
He's the linchpin in those trenches. Okay. In our offensive line, he's that linchpin, because the thing is, you have the confidence in him taking care of his side.
Yeah.
So now you can either help. Exactly. You can either help on that side where our weaknesses are, or you don't have to work. But at the end of the day, Tua also is comfortable knowing that that side is taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and that's what you need. You need a peace of mind over there. When Armstead is out, you don't have a peace of mind.
With X on the field, can't you move Ramsey to the buck though? You can't move Ramsey to the buck with X not on the field.
Ramsey can play. Ramsey can play wherever he want to play.
But not if X is not on the field, CB.
You might Cam might be. Cam Smith might take his place, bro. You don't even know that, Big Nick. You just you don't even know that.
I understand the premise of Armstead.
I'm thinking about Stephon Diggs.
Bro, Cam Smith Cam Smith he might run with Diggs right now.
I hope so.
I believe that. I believe
I
that.
I say, go ahead.
Y'all, no, I'll let Ali and then my bad.
Go ahead. No,
I
go
mean,
ahead. Go ahead, Iceman, and then we'll go to Ali.
Look,
Yeah.
I'll just say quickly, bro, real quickly. I mean, you guys are talking about the DBs and left tackle, but last year it kind of upset me when we saw the Bills in the playoffs. I saw Robert Hunt at right tackle. That kind of pissed me off. I'm kind of questioning about like his blind side for Tua though. I'm like, that's just me though. I mean, that's how I feel. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the right tackle still. So, but go ahead, Ali.
So basically, what you're saying
Right
is you're not solidified on the right tackle spot. Yeah,
No,
you
I
don't
know
feel comfortable about it.
I don't. I really
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, and I agree with you to some extent. Like I feel like going into camp, it'll be a battle, and they'll have to figure it out. But I think after camp, McDaniels will have a good idea of what he needs on the right tackle,
somebody, man.
and that's what I'm saying.
It won't be Fluker.
I will agree. They are going to probably bring in
Cam
another one
Fleming?
or two veterans for the right tackle position.
It'll probably be Brandon
until that
Shields.
comes out. But what I was going to say is, while you guys are saying Armstead is the X factor, I'm going to say Connor Williams is. If you look at the year before this past year, stunts were killing us the whole entire season. In the middle of that offensive line, they were running right past the center as if he was a ghost. It was not even a joke, right?
And we
He
played
had
two centers. We played
throw the
three
ball.
centers.
He almost got killed like every play. So for me, Connor Williams made a huge difference in the middle of the center line.
He did.
So I understand the Armstead, but I also understand Connor Williams as also being an X factor on the offense.
And what I want you guys to understand with the offensive line is that the fastest way to a quarterback is a straight line, right? So if them guys are running up the middle and they can tee off and not get blocked, that is such an easy play for them to make. So I love the fact that our middle is taken care of with Connor Williams. I'd like to see us solidify the other guard spot, and then Tua doesn't have to worry about it. Like he doesn't have to worry. I mean, there's going to be plays where there's breakdowns, one play here or there, but I want to see them guys get more consistent in the middle, and just let the tackles operate on the outside.
Hey,
I got
ahead.
Hold on, Anthony, real quick. But because I got a question about the Armstead thing, and then a statement after the question, because I'm not sure. How many games did we see when Armstead wasn't there that Tua played? How many games was it that Tua was actually on the field with Armstead?
I think 1.5.
Okay,
maybe
1.5.
Yeah.
Okay, well, see, this is where I'm going to defend Tua Tagovailoa. Like when I hear people say he's the X factor, Terron Armstead is this, and he's the X factor, right? I don't agree because everybody's making it seem like when Terron Armstead left the field, the offense changed. Yeah, because Tua wasn't there. I think that even if Armstead is there, I think that what we've seen from Tua, the leader he's starting to become, and again, people can think it whatever it is, but
the leader, he's becoming a leader, Lewis.
Absolutely, CB, bro. The kid is improving right in front of our eyes. If people that want to just hate want to hate, listen. I'm gonna be the first one. If he plays bad, I'll kill him. But if he plays good, I'm gonna praise him. This is where I'm gonna praise him. Like when we say that Armstead is the X factor, I don't think so. Because the offense took a slip down because Tua wasn't on the field without Armstead. Even
but
we're saying
outside of Tua.
I get it, but what my argument is, CB, when people are saying he's an X factor because the offense changes with him not on the field, you're right, because it's Teddy Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson. I think even without Armstead, I still think Tua in this offense will be productive.
No,
without that big of a
look. Hold on, real quick, because hold on, real quick, Lewis. If that's the case, half a game, go back and look at the Texan game without Armstead.
That is
right.
true.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
That's why I'm going to give you pushback.
I get it, but to CB's point, CB, right before I started talking, what did he say? Yeah, there's going to be breakdowns, and I think they would listen. He had just went out the next 3 plays that were breakdowns, but I think if Terron Armstead goes down, right, fellas, let's say he's out for a week, 2 weeks. And Mike McDaniel in this offense knows that he's going to be out, but Tua's on the field.
I think figure it out.
But wait, Lewis.
I want to cook after. I want to cook after.
No, wait, guys. I got a nugget here. Lewis, I think Tua was sacked like 13 times last year. I don't think he played a game without Armstead, right? In the games that Tua didn't play and Armstead didn't play, Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson both got sacked 8 times apiece.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
And I tell you what, that game without the games without that Texans game, Tua I think got sacked the most in the game. But what I wanted to say was think how important the left tackles are, because
Hey Nick,
again,
mute yourself.
Go
ahead.
No, look how important the tackles are. Look, Patrick Mahomes is everybody's saying is the best quarterback right now. In that Tampa Bay Super Bowl, when he lost his starting tackle, he couldn't do jack shit.
They were hurt.
He was injured too, and he was doing a lot.
Dog water.
Yeah.
No. That was no. Not last year. The year before.
Tampa, yeah.
The Tampa, yeah.
Well,
he was
I
perfectly
heard-
fine. His O
I
line
heard
was trash.
I heard CB kind of agree with me though. All I'm saying is I think if Terran Armstead goes down for whatever reason, as long
Lewis,
as
stop looking
QB
for help
wanted-
from CB. Stop it.
I'm not looking for help. First,
This feels like a parallel universe
look.
when Lewis is agreeing with CB.
First of all, Von Joe, you're not going to get me to cuss out here. It's Sunday. I'm peaceful. And
Why he trying to get you riled up, bro?
Lewis, in the games Tua and Armstead didn't play, we gave up 16 sacks, man.
That's what I'm saying, Big Nick. Again, you keep saying without Tua. What I'm saying is, and I heard CB
Without Tua and Armstead, we gave up 16 sacks.
Right, because Skylar Thompson and Teddy Bridgewater, in my opinion, are trash. You're not getting.
They don't
my point, Big Nick.
know how to operate in the system, right?
Exactly. What I'm
They're just
saying
not-
is, I think if Terran Armstead is off for whatever reason, but Tua's on the field, and Mike McDaniel would know that, I think he'll find a way to scheme around that to where it won't be like.
And Lewis, this is where I got you.
Like that.
Hold on, this is where I got you and CB.
I agree. Hey, wait.
on.
But I agree with that to a certain extent, right? I agree that, hey, if Terran Armstead is out for a game or two, we'll be able to scheme around it. But I can say that about every player on our football team. Like, we should stop saying that. Hey, we should be able to do that with every. Our team should be deep enough to where if somebody goes out, we should be able to scheme around it and make it happen for a couple of weeks until that guy gets back. Bless you. Until that guy gets back. That's just that should be the nature of our team. That should
true.
But I'm not. He's still a very important piece, giving to a peace of mind that side is taken care of. Like
Because
that is important.
So let me ask you a question. How many times did Skylar Thompson get sacked in the Buffalo game?
I have no clue.
I don't have
think
no
a couple.
idea.
He got sacked
Like
7
once?
times.
I said in the Buffalo game. He got sacked 8 times during the whole season. I said the one game, the Buffalo game.
Which one? The playoff? The
playoff. Exactly. That's what I want to say. Armstead played. And how many times did he get sacked? Because he looked
Oh, we might.
I think we got them like 7 times. No, I think they got us like 5 times, Von Joe.
The problem with that argument, though, Von Joe, that kid was running out of. How many times did he escape and run out of the pocket without throwing the ball? See,
Bro, he was holding the damn ball too, bro. Like he didn't want to throw it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, CB. But he wasn't holding the ball in the pocket. He was scrambling and running around. Don't make it seem like this offensive line was perfect.
Okay.
Aaron Armstead was out there. That's not the
Von
case.
Joe, I got the numbers. He was sacked 4 times. There was 4 sacks.
I think we got them 7. They got us 4.
Yeah, but
those 4 was on him, not just O-line.
Tua might take one of those sacks, maybe 2. But I think Tua gets the ball out a lot quicker and operates in the offense a lot better.
Yeah,
so I get what you guys are saying. I mean,
But see, and here's another valuable point for Armstead, right? In the games Tua missed, in the games Armstead missed, we had no touchdowns to the receivers. None. No, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill did not catch a touchdown during those times because he could not get the ball downfield because they was on the ground.
Yeah,
the quarterback was on their ass.
I think it's a combination of a lot of stuff, man. The whole season, the offensive line had a bunch of moving around, a bunch of shuffling. Like, I want to see our unit stay intact, bro. I understand. Look, a guy may get hurt 1 week and be out for a couple of weeks, but I don't want to be in a position where we're shuffling every week.
The line wasn't as trash as people think it was.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but I just want security there, and I want consistency from that unit. I need that. In order for us to be a championship team, we gotta have that every week, week in and week out. We need it.
That's why I'm riding with Grier and McDaniel. They say they like them young boys. They say we don't know shit. They say we don't know shit.
Hey, and I'm rocking with them, bro. I'm rocking with them.
I was trying to say something earlier about.
They say we don't know shit.
Hey, let me, Anthony. Let me welcome a couple guys in real quick. Let me get Spider-Man. Spider-Man, what's good with you? And Mounty's back. What's good, man?
You know that's Irv. Don't even act like you don't know who that is.
Irv, what's good with you?
Chilling, bro. Just here, man. Just taking a break from work. Just talking with your boys, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. I may go for another 20 minutes. But anything in particular you guys want to talk about? I mean,
what do you think? What did you think of the linebacker we got from Jackson State? Which, by the way,
Aubrey
we
Miller.
drafted.
Thank you, Shake. I was right about to say his name, Aubrey Miller. Yeah. I think he's a great pickup. I cannot wait to see what he does on the field. I think he's an animal.
Dude, hey, he's a big boy. That's all. Hey, he's a big boy. He's stout in the middle. Jackson State is a different type of football, but I think he'll come in and make plays. I've seen guys transition from HBCUs, get into the league, and be great pros.
Wasn't he a five-star athlete coming into college that he ended up going following Deion?
He was a high four-star athlete, middle linebacker coming out of high school that he beat Alabama. He chose Jackson State over Alabama.
Oh, he did. He chose Jackson State over Alabama?
Deion.
Damn. That's the Deion effect. I mean, he could do that. That's crazy though. That's a nice little nugget.
But hold on. How come he didn't leave after Deion left?
Because Deion just left and he
left.
Right.
And he just
he probably was declared for the draft. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was the only. I think he was the only whack. I mean, what is the MEAC?
SWAC.
Whatever.
SWAC.
The only SWAC player invited to the Senior Bowl.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Dan, can you imagine if Deion Sanders would have went to that women's university? I can't remember what it was. You remember what I'm talking about?
Nah. I don't know what you're talking about.
William and Mary?
No, the women's university that women's university in Florida.
FIU.
What about it?
Starts with FS. Oh, FSU, yeah.
I know.
Hey, bro, you better stop trying. That was Shake. Shake, you gotta chill. Hey, I gotta push. Hey, I gotta put Shake in the back for a minute on that one, bro. You gotta sit in timeout. Shake, you gotta sit in timeout. You can't talk about FSU like that.
I can because y'all got two national championships because of us. Two of your national championships are a direct correlation with the Miami Hurricanes getting put on probation.
Y'all boys is funny, man.
hey, CB, I was trying to talk about the tape that I saw of Cam Smith earlier.
Yeah.
Well, when I watch his tape and his athletic profile and how he plays, I said this on Shake's channel last night on his platform on Finn's Tailgate.
Yeah.
To me, he's a carbon copy of Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. He reminds me of Cromartie.
Okay, I gotta take a look at that.
There's some people say that he's AJ Bouye, his comp.
I like AJ Bouye. He was nice for Jackson.
Well, I like the Rodgers-Cromartie comp because Rodgers-Cromartie was a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying?
Damn all that. I want to know two things. I want to know two things from him. How's his coverage and how smart is he?
Hey, his coverage he can cover, bro. I mean, honestly, I seen him play like. I was looking at him in some plays, and he was playing like 10 to 15 yards off, almost like lined up at a safety position. Okay. And his ball skills is just crazy. Like he was running the routes for the receivers.
But you know why it is, right? It's because of his anticipation and his route recognition, bro. When he's playing off man, he's playing in a zone. He'll read the route and just snap, anticipate like a quarterback. Anticipate, boom.
Von Joe, the defensive coordinator,
he doesn't play the
defensive coordinator, the guy who
he plays both.
Hold on. Too many people talking.
Hot mic, yeah. Hot mic. Go ahead, Irv. Irv, you there?
Okay.
And then I was like I was saying. So, and if the guy if the receiver happens to have the ball in his hands, like bro, that receiver better have his head turned around because he's coming like a missile, bro, like a bat out of hell. He's getting ready to pop you, bro. Like the guy he's a football player, bro. The guy likes to lay the wood on people. Like he either makes the play on the ball or he will try to like knock your ass out. And I like him, bro. He's very physical in space. He's a quick. He's very fluid athlete.
So Ali was saying that he doesn't play the flare. Ali, you say he doesn't play the flare?
Yeah, he
said he played
ball.
Oh, wait, what?
So
playing. I mean, I get what he's saying.
What was Ali saying? What was Ali saying?
He's saying
from what I've read, he plays the ball, not necessarily the player.
Because you can look. Playing the player is playing the player and keeping him from getting the ball, right? But playing the ball is like anticipating the route. Hey, I'm gonna run the route for the guy and catch the ball instead of trying to get a hand on a guy.
And that's what you do in zone coverage.
So the reason why I asked that question is as far as his athletic ability to cover and his intelligence, because we saw our last linebacker. I forgot his name. Jeez. The big guy.
Landon Roberts.
You didn't forget his name.
Robert. No, I seriously forgot his name. Landon Roberts. He had trouble covering, but he was intelligent. But we saw Tyndall couldn't get on the field because lack of intelligence, right?
Football IQ,
So that's why I was asking, because at the same time, I would like these guys to come in because we know the linebacker position is a need. Yes, we got Buddy from Tennessee, but he is prone to injury, and it's usually soft tissue injury. And especially playing in the heat in Miami, you will pick up soft tissue injuries.
Well, Vonjo, he tested off the charts, right? As far as athletics, he was in the 90th percentile on like all metrics. But the bigger thing to me is that all of the pundits, all of the draft experts, from McShay to Daniel Jeremiah to Mel Kiper, they all had him overall, not by position, overall, somewhere within the top 20 are the best prospects in the draft. Mel Kiper
Big Nick
overall.
Hey, Big Nick, to kind of like piggyback off you, like I think Joe Marino had him as the 17th highest rated prospect in this entire draft, and I think it was Pro Football Network had him. They gave him a first round grade.
Yeah,
and
so how did he wait, whoa, okay, Nick, please mute when you're not talking, my guy. Jeez. Oh, that just blew my earbuds a while ago. Oh,
go ahead, Vonjo.
I don't know what that was, but why did he fall so far?
It's the microphone. It's
because other teams were overreaching for players.
And not only that, but I heard he's a little cocky.
I heard he had some character concerns. But
I heard he's a little cocky.
Hey, did you guys see the interview?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the interview where he was like, he was dropping nuts?
All pro already.
Hey
but
guys,
that's because it comes with the game, bro. That's who he is.
Hey, Ali, appreciate you coming on, bro. Appreciate you coming through.
Definitely, thank you, and you guys.
Later,
have a great
Ali,
day. What's up, man? Ends up.
All right, later.
Yeah, and Von Joe, you were asking about his athletic and ability his ability to transition into the NFL. His former coordinator was an NFL coordinator that won a Super Bowl a few years ago. He worked under Nick Saban that teaches technique to his the correct technique to his DB. So you're not going to have to worry about his technique like you did with Noah. The guy is a day one starter where you're not going to have to. You can pop him right on the field day one, where you're not going to have to worry about his developmental issues and stuff like with other corners or something like that. Like with his teammate.
Hold on that day one starter stuff, because college speed and NFL speed are two different speeds. So you still got to get adjusted to the speed of the game.
But he played in the SEC.
But hold up. But what you got to understand, he did play in the SEC. So that's the NFL. That's the closest thing to the NFL you're gonna see every week. And I get what you're saying, Von Joe. But I mean, he's got.
I thought we still talking about the linebacker. Hold on, we talking about
no. We talking about Cam.
No, we talking about Cam Smith.
Yeah, I think he has all the tools, and I think He's very.
That was a harsh
and listen-
transition, Tony. I need you to relax with the transition. That was a harsh transition, my guy.
Yeah.
God damn.
Listening to hold up, real quick. Listening to Cam's interviews, he seems very detail oriented in his technique and his back pedal, how he approaches the game. He even said like he interacted with Vic Fangio. He likes the fact that he's detail oriented too. I think it's gonna work out. I think he's gonna come in and play right away. But go ahead, Lewis.
Well, the one thing I did want to say about Cam too, because I watched that interview too, and when they asked him about going up against Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, it kind of speaks to his character because that diva mentioned or kind of cocky was thrown around. Bro, I like that in a corner. You've seen it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Lewis. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
You already had that diva attitude with one of your corners already in Jalen.
Hey, can I land?
Hey, come on, let him land. Let him land, man. Let him land.
Can I land? What I'm saying is, I know there was a lot of concerns. I heard people saying, well, he had 10 pass interferences and stuff. We got to understand that the college game and the NFL game is different. What did the defensive rookie of the year last year, Sauce Gardner? We've seen it multiple times. He was very physical, very handsy and stuff, and they let him get away with that. You know why? Because Sauce Gardner came into this league with a kind of mindset, a mentality where he was going to – that's how this kid is kind of coming in. So hopefully they let this kid be physical at the point of attack. They let him – and again, his game transfers into a man's game instead of the college game. I'm very high on Cam Smith. I think there is a possibility that this kid does see the field in a starting role because, again, I heard Big Nick mention it, and we know Vic Fangio. I think Jalen Ramsey's going to guard a lot of the tight ends especially like Kansas City, for instance. I think you move Ramsey to safety or you move him inside, and if you have Xavier and Cam, I think Cam can be your other boundary corner. Day one, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think he has that possibility. So, man, I think it was a good pick.
Real quick. Hey, Lewis, I was hearing from, I think, Ryan Smith from PFF. He said that I think it was him. I'm not completely sure, but I think it was Cater Cole who had a boundary pass coverage grade of like 71 and then like 66 or 68 on inside the slot. And because of his penalty issues, because of Cam Smith's penalty issues, he envisions him more playing in the nickel spot and Cater Kuhu on the outside. But I think I like Cam Smith better.
Let me say this before I go. I'm about to head out. I gotta go watch the
All right, Big Dick.
Listen,
appreciate you. Go ahead, bro.
Before I go, I like to give you guys, I like to give you brand new Dolphins a little bit of a trivia to see where your Dolphin knowledge at. When we had Xavier Howard when he was a rookie, right? We all know he had a little knee injury. He didn't play right away. But there was another cornerback that was drafted right along with him. I think he was drafted in like the 3rd round. This dude was probably going to be better than Xavier Howard, but his knees just failed him. Does anybody know who that is? Anybody remember the name?
Was that Sean Smith?
Nope.
Who was that?
Sean Smith.
Come on, Ice Man. I thought you were doing this one, Ice
Vontae
Man.
Davis back then.
You guys not gonna. You're not Vontae. Cordell Tankersley.
Oh, Tankersley.
That dude was better than X, man. That dude was better than X, right?
That's the one.
Bro,
he was
he came out of Clemson, right?
Corner.
That dude was better than X, man.
No, you're thinking about you're thinking about Todd is thinking about Tony Lippett.
But Tankersley did come. You're right, CB. Tankersley did come out of Clemson. He did come out of Clemson.
I got you.
Hey,
too many people talking. Too many people talking.
I gotta say two things before I get out of here.
Todd, go ahead, bro.
First off, the linebacker from Jackson State, he played at Missouri and transferred to Jackson State.
Okay.
The thing about him, though, what I liked was what Deion Sanders said. He was the complete quarterback for the entire defense. He called the plays.
Yeah.
And when Deion gives you that with how he was about defense, you got to respect that. And I think he could be great. The other thing about Cam Smith was handsy and all that. But you got to look at this many players. Look at X came in the 2nd round. He's an X with speed.
Hey,
I like it. I like it. I like it. So yeah, man. I mean, I think Cam Smith is gonna come in and play right away. I think he's a baller, bro. So I mean, our secondary was bad last year, guys. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. They were a pretty bad unit. So anything you get in there to help that unit get over the hump and get back to where they were, bring in Ramsey, bring in Cam Smith, I think that's going to take our defense to the next level, man. I think so.
yeah.
I'm gonna wrap it up, man. We're gonna do final takes. I appreciate
before you do final
everybody
takes.
coming
I just
through.
want one question before you do final takes. Just one question.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just run this real quick. Go ahead.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what are your chances of us getting a Cook? Realistically,
Man, realistically, at this point, I think it's a 50-50 shot. So I'm gonna say it's a 5.
Okay.
I really still would like to have Dalvin because it's an upgrade to the room for sure. I think if you get Dalvin, you sign him. You have the other guys on 1-year deals. Dalvin and A-Chain are the guys for the next 3 years. And then you can bring in depth guys. Maybe you don't have depth guys like Mostert or Jeff Wilson Jr., but if you have Dalvin and A-Chain running that room for the next 3 years, I think you're solidified. You're solid. So
Okay.
I would like to see Cook still come, bro. I would like to see it happen.
Okay.
Yeah. But go ahead, man. We'll start with Von Joe, man. Give me your final take, bro.
Final take is, listen, the schedule comes out next week, gentlemen.
Ooh.
When that drops, at that point we know who we lined up against.
Hey, we start
when we
making
line
plans.
up against them, and it's go time.
It's
and
go time.
Listen, at the end of the day, we got all these UDAs and these drafts, these free agents. I want to hear about the competition. I hope our beat writers keep it 100 with us. I want to hear what's going on in camp, and those boys putting in work, and I'm hearing positive things out of them.
Yeah.
Right, because hopefully we could find a diamond in the rough when it comes to the linebacker position
I like that.
and the O-line position. All right, till then, hey man, no matter what, it still fins up.
Hey,
All right,
and this
VJ.
is VJ, appreciate you, bro. Have a good one.
All right, you guys take care.
All right, bro.
man.
Later. Hey, this was pretty interesting. Marino's Goat says breaking news: it was between the Dolphins and the Eagles for Swift, which tells me the Fins are still in the market for a running back.
Yep.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Hey, let me go next, CB. I'm gonna be getting up out of here.
Go ahead, Lou.
Hey, I cannot believe on what I'm about to say. I cannot believe I just visited CB83 show and didn't call him any names or anything today. I think I'm getting better in this community, man. But
You are.
Hey,
You are. I commend you.
listen.
Hats off to you, Lou. Hats off.
Hey man, listen. I know it's sometimes it gets crazy. We joke around and stuff, but at the end of the day, CB,
Yeah.
you're a good dude, bro. I mess with you, and I appreciate you just letting me on the show, bro. For real, it
Bro,
was a good conversation today.
I appreciate you coming on. It was a great conversation from all sides, bro. I appreciate you coming through, bro.
All right, hey, y'all boys, be easy.
All right, bro. Later. Irv, go ahead, bro.
Okay.
You there, Irv?
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, yeah, man. I think we had a solid draft. I think, given the limited amount of, resources and draft picks, I think we did a good job covering our spots in terms of like cornerback depth, the running back room.
Yeah.
I like that last pick, that tackle from Michigan. I think he's going to give some competition to either Liam Eichenberg or Austin Jackson because he's versatile. So I like the tight end too. I think he's got good versatility. He just needs to work on his blocking.
Yeah.
But other than that, bro, we had a solid free agency, obviously with Ramsey and Vic Fangio, of course, and David Long and all that. So, bro, we got a very talented team. It's probably the most talented in a couple decades, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, this is all on paper, bro. We got to get it done, but we're still not done yet, bro. Hopefully, we can maybe bring in Dalvin Cook, just make this running back room even better, bro, and continue adding, depth pieces to the defensive line and the offensive line and quarterback room. I think we still need a little bit more depth. But all in that, bro. All in that, good conversation with you boys. Is always ready to kick it and just talk, Dolphins, Obviously, that's all most I care about.
Hey, appreciate
anyways,
you
man.
coming on, bro. Appreciate you coming through, bro. It's all love.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it, bro, for having me on, man.
All right,
man,
bro.
you
Have a
guys smell
good
it
one.
good.
Peace out.
All right, stay safe.
Peace out.
Peace out, brother.
Peace out, bro. Iceman, you got it, bro.
Well, first off, bro, it's been a minute. I haven't gone on some panels, so I'm gonna start.
Bro,
doing
I
that
like the
again,
back.
so-
I like the background. I like the
Yeah, yeah.
situation you got, bro.
Thank you,
That's
bro.
nice
Thank you.
setup, bro.
Thank you. It's easy. It's
Yeah, it
quick
is.
too. Y'all could go to fathead.com. Just purchase it. I mean, it's really quick and easy. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
dope. That's dope. I
but-
like it, bro. It looks good.
But let's go Heat, bro. I'll keep it simple, and I'm gonna start coming back onto panels, bro. It's been a minute. I'm gonna start giving the love again, bro. I'm back to my normal self, so I hope everyone has a good, blessed day. Shake Money, CB, everyone that was up here too, bro. Much big ups. I'm gonna watch the Heat game, bro. So I'm out, man.
Yeah,
Peace.
yeah. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Have a good one. Oh, that's the homie, man. I got the homie Shake, man. Hey, I
What's up?
appreciate y'all coming through, man.
For
Shake,
sure.
we gotta do something together too soon, bro. We'll get together soon.
Yeah, yeah.
I got some special things cooking, Shake.
Yeah.
I got somebody very close to the organization, probably coming on next week or the week
Okay, that's what's up.
after. He's actually really tied to one of the best players on our team.
No Igbenogany?
No, not Noah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's actually he actually has a podcast as well.
Okay.
He's tied to one of the players on the team, and hopefully I can get him on. Maybe the player comes on. Who knows,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
we get the player on. So that'd be dope, man. I appreciate you coming through, bro. Give me your final take, man.
I mean, Friday when we did the draft party, I actually did an interview with Batman and I. We did a little interview with Salvan Ahmed.
Oh yeah, that was dope. That's dope. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and also I seen you there because I'm still waiting on that breakdown for the cornerback.
I got you. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do a
Yeah.
Cam Smith breakdown, and I'm gonna do one on Hayes too. I definitely want to do one on Hayes as well.
By the way, I want to schedule you for In the Blender in June, the month of June.
Okay. All right, nice. My birthday's in June, so that's perfect.
And this Thursday, Dolph Freaky is going to be on In the Blender. This Thursday and the following week, I got Chef Jew. So I got some big things cooking over at Larry K's channel, man. But again, I appreciate you for showing me love and support, brother. And I'm gonna reciprocate the same love and respect that you give me, bro. So fins up and much love, brother. Peace out.
Fins up, bro. Have a good one, bro. Hey, man, you guys have a blessed Sunday. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming through. It's all love. We still got 30 in the room. Hit the like on your way out. Share, subscribe, send it to the people, man. I'm just trying to get there. I'm getting there slowly but surely, baby. We working to 1,000, man. Excited about the Miami Dolphins draft. Excited about adding pieces, adding players in our locker room that are going to kind of change the trajectory of our franchise. Historically, we've been, we haven't really earned the media's respect. Now it's time to do that, man. Now we have an opportunity to go out there and really get after it, make the plays, and just really turn the franchise around. And I think Mike McDaniel is doing a good job of, being the change, right? Just, changing the nature of the team, changing building confidence, speaking life into the guys. I think that's a big aspect of, coaching. So I'm excited about where we are. I'm almost the 1K. I'm getting there, Q. You my guy. Appreciate you. Q's one of the day oneers, man. Man, hit the like, subscribe. My man across the pond says June 26th, Cancer. Okay, hey, we 3 days apart, bro. June 29th. I'm a Cancer too, bro. Cancer gang. My son's a Cancer too. He's July 3rd Cancer. So we our birthday basically in the same week. So appreciate y'all coming through, man. It's all love. Hey, we about to be there, man. Y'all should be rubbing your hands like Birdman, man, because it's almost time, fellas. It's almost time. We almost there, man. Hey, football season is gonna be crazy. Get ready to ride this wave. Hey, do we make that Super Bowl run? Can we get it done? Hey,
I hope so.
Okay. Hey, I hope so, man. I hope we could get it done. I'm looking forward to it. The Miami Dolphins are putting something together that is really special. Putting together a winning team. Hey, let's see if we can get this done. I'm excited. If y'all ain't, if you better check your post if you're not excited about this team, man. For real. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming out. Have a blessed Sunday. Love on your family. Let's have a great week. I'll probably go live again on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, do another show. I got that interview coming up with somebody tied to the organization. That's going to be a great interview. Maybe we get a Dolphins player on the show. Maybe. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications because I'll be going live. So make sure you have those notifications turned on. I appreciate y'all. Q says more shows, bro. I'm gonna start pumping them out, bro. Man. I appreciate y'all. Be good. Have a blessed week. Get off to a great week, man. Hey, y'all have a good one. Peace.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sold them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.